Can we get dessert?
It's dark. We're here in Baltimore, Maryland, where it's Friday evening, a couple days before Valentine's Day. This is Davis. This is Hillary. Sigismundi, but she's going to change that back to Davis very soon. And then here's Rosemary Davis, fired this morning from another job. She had some issues with the way they were running things, and she'd only been there 5 hours for training. She talked a lot about how she wanted the job, but I said, why don't you go in early and tell her I'm here early to learn, but she had to make scrapple. And this is the crabs we've eaten. And this is...
These are good, Mom. They're small. I don't think they were too pretty. I think they're delicious. Can somebody take your picture, Paul?
No, I'm going to lose the weight, and then we won't have to worry about it.
He really does not look fat. I'm going to go on record that I was afraid that he was going to look fat. He doesn't look any fatter than he did on that beach.
Right. Thank you very much. But I am 10 pounds heavier.
Yeah, you look good. St. Patrick's Day, he puts the green kisses out. I mean, and people at the help desk will put them in the bowl.
Oh, you mean at work?
Why not? I mean, isn't that sweet? I mean, I'm like, why? I hate that. I'm like, would never do that kind of stuff. I'm not helpful at all. But he sells stamps. He's the stamp king.
Oh, I had.
You know, funky. I prefer an artistic look. You know, or somebody a little funky. And he's, what am I doing? I don't want to get this on tape.
The kids want to see you.
Hi. Stop.
Just keep talking.
Well, I don't want to talk about, I don't want to get it in record.
He's conservative. Are you saying he doesn't really know how to jazz himself up?
He's not conservative. Now, he lives in Amish country. He
Really?
lives in a very, but he's not. He's the man, he's the father who went to school and said, why in the hell can't the boys and girls sit together? That's how conservative his kid's school is. The boys and girls have to sit
You know,
separate.
we have Amish in Lamoni.
He went and was like, this is ridiculous. You know, he's very, for where he lives, he's very progressive. I mean, I couldn't be with him if he wasn't.
Right.
He is. So.
Oh, I don't have any makeup on, please.
Hi guys, we miss you. We want you to all come and live with us for the summer. We really do. Oh. One is he okay. So at first that was the tricky,
I did them already.
That was the tricky part, that he kind of looks conservative. We don't look like we match. And he's like, that's all right. We're going to be that couple that people are going to look at and go, how in the hell can they be together?
Who said you don't match?
Yeah, in my mind, you know what I mean? He looks too straight and narrow and good and boring, kind of. He said, well, that's all right, honey. We're going to be that couple that everybody goes, wow, how do they look at them? They're madly in love, even though they look so different, which I think is cool.
Right.
So what he does, he's all into stamps, right? Well, he.
I always tell him just have fun, and so. But as a competitor, of course, it's nice to know that they're good too. You know.
I'm sure.
Well, we wish you were here, Jay.
Well, listen, Jay, I got the video camera out right now. When I come see you soon,
Open to work. Hold on.
I'll be able to bring the video, and you'll be able to see the scene as it was transpiring here in Baltimore.
First of all, the song.
Oh, that's his. He's very good. For a little kid, I'll tell you.
Experiment. Experiment.
Spike, have you ever thought about taking lessons?
No. Have I ever thought about taking lessons?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh, of course I'd love to, but I just don't think I'd have the commitment now. You know.
Can still do it just for
I
fun.
don't think I'd have the commitment, but would I love to? Of course I would. I think you'd always like to have done something like that. And when people tell me, I work with guys who took music in school and whatever, they tell me if you learn to play the piano, that's like one of the hardest instruments to play. You can basically play anything else. The piano's the hardest because your hands have to move independently of the other. And Tristan actually plays with his left hand. He's like he's ambidextrous. He's amazed at his ability. In the first and second grade, he's been doing how he can play with his left hand and the way that he holds his
You're wasting a
fucking
lot of
keyboard.
film, Paul.
He's been given a gift.
You know that?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to get too carried away with it because does it excite me? Sure it does. But you know, I want to see it through. But I also tell him, you know, you got to like it. You know, you have to enjoy it. You gotta,
You're not like the rest of us.
I mean, it really is. A couple of weeks ago before Christmas, he was starting to write a song. A couple of bars written for him.
It is almost dinner time here in Baltimore. Here is Hillary, and she is looking mighty fine these days. And For the first time in the history of my family, this is Chris. For the record, Chris, what is your last name?
Could you get a little closer, please? I don't think you can make out all the pores on my nose quite yet.
Chris, what is your last name?
Erickson,
Erickson. And Chris,
with no C.
you are, I've heard about your stamp collection. I want to thank you for the Christmas gift. Tell my son Damien, who loved that gift, why you sent it to us.
Well, I got it for like a reduced price because the glass was cracked.
That's not true. It arrived that way, you bum.
No, I don't. It was actually Hillary's idea, and once I got it, the finished product, I couldn't believe how great it turned out. And we would have had that tea on Christmas, by the way, but they messed up the first mat that we.
Oh, is that
they,
right?
they didn't have it centered, so we had when I went to get the mats, which was still a few days before Christmas, I think.
What would you say to my wife, Evelyn? She's never met you. How would you describe yourself to Evelyn?
How would I describe myself to Evelyn? It's more like I'd want to express sympathy for Evelyn if she has all of her moments videotaped like this one. But how would I describe myself? Oh, jeez.
Hillary says you're deep.
Yeah, I think Hillary says I'm too, is what she says. I'm too intense sometimes. But
Relentless.
then I can go the other way. I can go the other way.
Relentless.
If I go the other way and really be easygoing, right, at times?
That's the time.
One example of those easygoing times might be right now.
We know about some of your hobbies. You like to collect stamps.
No, that's untrue.
I did not say that.
I don't collect them. I just buy them in bulk and then use them.
For specific situations.
No, really, just to mail things.
I was told that if you have a friend that's going to be receiving something from you, that you will sit down with yourself and think about a specific stamp that'll fit them and the situation and their personality, their likes and their dislikes.
That's true, but I wouldn't actually brag about it as much as it's not as exciting as you make it sound. But yes, that can be true. Like with Hillary, what did I say? I found a Peace Corps stamp. And what else?
Teacher stamp.
PTA stamp, that kind of thing.
You are 43.
Yes.
You have lost a lot of weight, put a few back on the frame, but you still feel pretty good. Over in this side of the room is Osel. And she is still wondering why the heck she even came over today. We're contemplating a dinner tonight with Mondo Connie, nicknamed JD. We've already had one blow up today. Hillary, would you please tell Damien and Ryan and Shane what it is about Chris that you like? What attracts you to him?
How old are they?
19, 18?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, he's number one thing is he's very introspective. He's very willing to take a look at himself and think about who he is and whatever. And he is very good at arguing with me. He doesn't back down. He stands up to me. His strength and power, and I like that.
Chris, if you could change one thing. Rosemary, we have not asked you about anything, Rosemary. Get back in there and get off that little toilet. Now,
back in the green room.
Chris, what would you, if there were one thing that you could say above all other treasures and traits of Hillary that you'd love the most, what is it?
Probably her positive nature, which has had a big effect on me. I'm a very cynical person, and that comes in handy a lot, such as when dealing with furnace salesmen. But really, her positive nature. In fact, Hillary's the one who thought that the Red Sox could come back on the Yankees last fall. When I said, we got up that Sunday morning, and I saw the score was like, when it was 19-6 or something ridiculous. I said, well, that's over. It's done. And Hillary was the one who was convinced that it wasn't over yet, even though 25 times in the history of baseball, that whole big thing. So that kind of positive thinker is something I really needed because I can be real cynical and really, not seeing possibilities even if they're slight.
All right, real question. This will tell me about your politics. Should we be in Iraq?
We shouldn't have went to Iraq. I guess no. I guess now it's tough, but I think we should pull out. I think it's ridiculous.
Hillary, should we be in Iraq?
I concur. No.
My goodness. Okay. Well, Chris, on behalf of all of us here at the Davis family, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to talk with us about your beloved.
Hey guys, come to Baltimore, live with me for the summer. You're all invited.
Do you think that this relationship has some of the basic qualities to start that could produce a longevity factor that maybe some wouldn't have predicted? Translation, will I be talking to you this time next year?
No.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the latest from Chris and Hillary. Osel has been very, very carefully studying the paperwork from Mercy High School, a school that she claims she has no allegiance to. She has not sent a single check, even though she's loaded. And
Actually, I do think that Hillary and I will be together for a long time.
I need to tell you something. The last time I asked someone this question on camera, it was my brother JJ when he met a woman named Joan. And I asked him how long it was going to last. And he said, I'm going to marry that girl. And he now owns 3 children with that woman.
Owns 3 children?
Yes. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
I just love the way you used to say that. We are out Sunday morning in second month of 2005. This is an historic time. Rosemarie is making buckwheat and kidneys.
I have made them.
Buckwheat and kidneys. This
I have made them.
and the the kidneys are boiling, Rose. We can turn them down.
Oh, God, they're not supposed to be on.
Look at this, Rose.
Probably
This
burnt.
is her old table that she had.
Oh, God, they're burnt on the bottom.
It's all right. I'll take it.
Oh, this one's off. I turned the
Rosemarie
right
is
one on.
having problems making the buckwheat and
I turned
kidneys.
the wrong one off. That's why.
This is a meal that was handed down to us by one of the coldest grandmothers in the history of the world,
That's
Nanny Marie A. Davis.
not true.
This is the only woman that was allowed to give her a bath, Rosemarie.
True.
The good news here is Mondo Connie is not here yet. He'll be here though when he knows that he can get a freebie. This is the little thing. There's her outside. You can see the balcony, and there's what JD gets, the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
This is true.
This has protected this family for years and years
It
and
has,
years.
too.
You better get it on videotape now. It
And
goes
here's
to
the
Doug.
cookie jar that Paul Sunday get. Oh, it's behind the cupboard. Behind,
Yes, I love that cookie jar up
behind
there.
there.
That was the cookie jar I had as a small boy. Rosemarie. What would you say to Damien?
And here is a can of hominy that Paul may take home in
Darn right.
his trunk, and it'll go through the metal detector and go off.
What would Shane say about he wants Scrapple, Rose? What would
Scrapple,
you say to
here,
Shane?
we have Scrapple here.
Shane, sorry, son.
However, we
It
can't.
will not hold up at 30,000 feet. It'll explode. This was Rosemarie in 2005. What a woman. All these years taking care of herself.
I think you-
Hired and fired in the same week.
I think you better wait for the second batch.
No, I
Maybe it'll
like
come out
this.
better. The second batch always comes out.
Buckwheat and kidneys. Ryan would kill for this. My son Ryan loves buckwheat and kidneys.
That was a nice play. That was a nice play.
Right here.
Get it. God damn it. Oh, nice feed. Nice feed.
Yeah. I see you. I see you.
She missed. So I got it on tape. Good try.
So this is all running. This is all they're doing now is running and gunning. Run and gun. Run and gun. Look at her hand. I'm taking a shot. Where's the speed?
Let's know what your name is.
Oh, John.
She's off.
Pass it. That's a goal.
Interesting eyewear that they're wearing.
Yeah.
Did they always wear that?
It's a little.
Did the men wear it?
No. Men wear helmets.
That's right.
Get her hip. Get her hip. That's a girl. That's a girl. Yeah, I'm taking a shot.
What the heck? It's preseason.
It's goalie. Nice job.
So this
goalie.
would be Mercy against who, I wonder?
Friends. Probably friends. See, Mercy's been perennially down at the bottom. No, the girls started last year. They had some success, but they still. It was like they would play really well, and then the next game they would get blown out. The traditional girl powers around here are Roland Park Country School, Notre Dame Prep. Those schools.
She got it.
Those are some.
She likes to bounce it in.
Hope's probably the fastest person on the team. Hope will play Hope. And that's what happened last year. Her pelvis came out of socket.
How come? Did she have a collision or something?
Well, in gym, she was doing indoor track, and she's hit, and she's jammed, both feet hit, and they went up against that board.
Oh my goodness.
So she thinks she jammed, Well, we went to a chiropractor, and he diagnosed it. She had to go get therapy. Oh, I thought she stopped it. I want to see.
Damien, if you think I'm a crazy father.
Damien, I've been having to listen to your father brag about you all weekend. Okay?
Shane, too.
Shane, apparently you're starting to bloom like a rose.
That's right.
And in your case, you like the rose analogy. But Damien, remember, in my book, you're a big fish in a small pond, boy. You understand that? Get out here to Charm City, just take a layup.
What about Casey?
It's like Burma. Ant-Man. This is you, Ant. I love your spirituality. I love the fact that you still could be a jockey. I love the fact that you played football. Remember this, Ant. It's not where you start. It's where you end up. Now, to all you boys, I have but one message. Go hard or go home.
You don't want to hear it, right? Oh, defensive lapse, they scored.
She's got her little Naval Academy shorts on.
Well, where do you think she's going to go?
Boston College. He's the perfect first boyfriend. He lives all the song called High School Leadership. She was gone for 2 weeks as a participant, and it was all co-ed. Even the priest said, "Please wait till you get home to start, flirting and stuff if you could." Well, she meets this guy at the High camp, and it was very slow developing because he does Boy Scouts, he does all kinds of stuff, and he lives far away, but he goes to Loyola. Good defense.
Your daughter has 1 goal in the first half. How do you feel about that?
She has 2 goals.
She has 2.
And an assist, I saw.
But it's not the point, ball. They should pass more.
This is their first game.
I would make it a rule. You got to pass 5 times before you go for a
Yeah,
shot.
they used it was wasn't it 3 times?
This is just running and gunning.
Well, it's not the same game, needless to say.
It's not the same game.
We like the field version better.
This is Valerie minus 15 pounds since the last time I saw it.
Excuse me?
I understand you've lost some weight.
Not 15, more than that. 25.
Well,
Bend over.
Stay close. Talk. Other to the middle.
No thanks. I just had a cough drop. Sorry, cross. Look at chest. Come on.
Go, 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 go. Left, left. This is Hope. We are now an hour and 20 minutes removed from her athletic competition. She has taken a long shower, which she has earned, and is now drinking a protein drink to help increase her metabolism and to help replenish the muscle fiber and the electrolytes that she has lost through the athletic process. We could analyze the game, but we're going to let her give her personal analysis of how she played today. Hope, first question, how do you think you played today?
No, it's the first time with my stick in like a couple months. Dropped a couple passes, but I thought I made some good plays. Not my best performance, but it was my worst performance.
Do we know who ended up winning the scrimmage?
Yes, we did.
I heard a little cheer going out at the end. I was wondering if the coaches had told you what the actual score was.
It was about 25-23.
25-23.
You did I noticed you did take shots lefty, so you used
Yeah, I did. I am
non-dominant hand.
I did use my non-dominant hand a lot, like passing and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty happy with that.
What about your stamina now? Did you wear down towards the end of that game?
Stamina, like, that's what stamina, more like my toe.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, of course I can have more stamina.
This is the toe that we're talking about. She has been injured here for a number of weeks.
Pretty disgusting.
And anybody will tell you that if you don't watch it, this could turn into a major problem for you. So nurse it along.
In fact, you should take the antibiotic.
Let's talk about the different dynamics now in this home. There's someone missing, isn't there?
Yeah,
Talk to us about it. You are? Tell me more about that.
Logan's kind of a jerk.
Logan's kind of a jerk.
Pretty ungrateful.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Not only to his parents, the perennial reader, also to you too. Is this correct?
Yeah.
And now that he's gone,
I mean, he's not like. I mean, he's a good kid, I guess, but he could have showed a little more sometimes.
Okay. Now, what would you say to Damien, who will be watching this tape tomorrow night, Monday night, when I see him for the first time? What would you say to him?
About Logan?
About anything. About Shane, to Casey or Shane, or Carly. Your message to them.
Hey. Wish I could see you more.
Yes. And do we know where you're going to go to college?
No. But I am looking around. Looked at ASU when we were in Arizona. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about some D1, D3 schools for lacrosse.
Right. Would you say that that is your emotional high when you're playing lacrosse or competing in general?
Yeah. I mean, I also like my grades. I mean, like, I don't, like, slack off on them, so I'm pretty proud of them, but then, you know.
So you work hard in school?
Yeah.
Do you do your homework?
Yeah.
Okay. I happen to know a couple of kids that you may know that don't believe that homework is important.
Oh.
Because they ace the test, so they say, well, I know the material.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes that may happen in this household a couple times, but, I mean...
Do you study for your exams?
No, I do not study for my exams.
Mike.
But I pulled off some B's, so that's fine. I mean, I pull off A's and B's, so, like, to me that's fine. Like, I don't really care. A B, like, I mean, a B, like, if I can not study and get a B, sure, why not?
So this is the living room. There's Val, minus some pounds since the last time we've seen her. She's been a real inspiration to me. This is John Davis. His latest book, which he'll probably read in a matter of 2 evenings. Am I correct? You'll read that. You've read that in 2 evenings. Is that correct?
Couple.
Couple nights.
All right, brother.
And this is the world's largest Christmas tree ornament. I love that thing. And
It's a gazing ball.
it's a gazing ball.
That sort of what would be a bird bed.
This is to their kitchen.
Hope is wearing a necklace from her.
Al, you've got something you'd like to tell us?
I'll say Hope is wearing a new piece of jewelry. Her boyfriend of how many months? 6? 5?
6 months. 6 months.
Let's talk about
He
this
was a nice
boyfriend.
little- a
Let's
nice
see this item
He's a
now.
nice guy.
Wow, he gave it to you?
Dad said he's the perfect
Yeah,
first
it's got some.
boyfriend.
It's got some bling in it. It's pretty nice.
And do you see potential for this young man, or do you eventually see saying goodbye? I mean, can you maintain this relationship? Where are you going, JD? Come
I
on.
can maintain it.
I'll be right back. Okay.
I mean, he's a nice kid. What can I say?
Right. Okay.
Pretty cool kid.
Show it, skiing. What? Mom gets out here. Hey.
Ski Vacation 2005, Idaho Springs, Colorado.
They're like hot pink. They're all yours. I'm not even gonna see you.
Damien and Ryan, would you please give us a historical account of what's going on?
Historical?
Well, first of all, it's been an hour and a half waiting on this mom and the skiing stuff.
Mom has tried on quite possibly 5 or 6 different pairs of ski boots, every make, every style in that building, every size, male, female, ski boot, just no more boot. She's tried them all
And
on.
she did
her
not
heel,
like
her heel is yet to fit. But we're about to go take a week of skiing. It should be